Okay, next up is Yicheng Tang from University of Michigan. Or formerly, I think he graduated and has a fancy new job now. Um, but he is going to be talking to us about agentic browsers with Sakai QA. So he built a really cool agent that does some QA automation. And Yicheng, you should have co-host, so go ahead and share your slides whenever you're ready.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Great. Hello, everyone. My name is Yi Chen, and I'm currently a graduate student. I joined Sakai community last year as a QA tester. My main responsibility is to verify JIRAs and find bugs. I also spent some time working on the artificial intelligence projects. And if you contribute to Sakai, you may have seen me in the QA meetings and verifying the bugs you have fixed. It's an honor to speak at the Sakai Virtual Conference this year, and I like to share how agentic browsers and AI agents can be used to automate testing for Sakai. So, what are agentic browsers? Agentic browsers are a relatively new concept. They are web browsers integrated with AI agents that can perform tasks with very limited human intervention. It's capable of interacting with the website through clicking buttons, filling out the forms, navigating the pages, and completing tasks. Last year, OpenAI released Atlas, Perplexity released the Comet. Both are powerful agentic browsers. Unlike the traditional chatbots, they can understand natural language instructions and directly with the website. For example, you can ask Atlas to book a hotel for your Christmas vacation. The agent will compare the prices across multiple websites and complete the reservation for you. So for QA team, I think this is very interesting because many of our testing activities involve interacting with the web browser. So we usually follow the test scripts that contain very specific instructions, such as the login and or verifying functionality. I think an AI agent can potentially perform many of the actions automatically and reducing the manual effort. Now, I like to show two short demonstrations. The first demonstration uses Atlas to execute a Sakai test script that includes tests to create user accounts automatically. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use Atlas to automate testing for Sakai. The task is to create a user account, which is one of the onboarding exercises for Sakai QA team. I'm now onboarding Atlas. So let's get started. The AI is now processing the attached file. You can see its real-time sort process on the right side of the screen. Now it has navigated to the Sakai portal. It's filling out the blanks. And you can take control at any time. For example, if you want to change the user ID to Alice3. So now let the AI finish the task. It's an interactive process. AI is asking, would you like me to finalize the account creation? Say yes. So the account is successfully created. And a summary is generated on the right side of the screen. The second demonstration uses Comet to perform a similar task. It shows how an AI agent can follow instructions to interact with the Sakai. As you watch, notice how the agent interprets natural language instructions and translates them into broader actions. There is a quick demonstration of how to use Comet to automate testing scripts for Sakai. I have attached the instructions. It's an onboarding exercise, creating a user on the server. So let's begin. It's reading the file. You can always see the thought process. Now it's extracting information and filling out the blanks. You can always take control whenever you feel needed. Now the AI has successfully created a user and it returned the results. So the Agentic brothers are really impressive, but there are also important concerns we need to consider before using them in the QA workflow. I think the biggest concern is security. One risk is prompt injection. A malicious web page could potentially influence the AI agent and cause it to perform actions that were never intended. Another big concern is unrestricted system access. If you grant the agent access to local files, it will lead to data exposure or unwanted actions such as deleting all the files in your computer. So because of these risks, I think we should think carefully about how much access we grant to the agentic browsers and the AI systems. Ideally, we want strong control over data and permission. The agent should only be allowed to perform actions necessary for testing. And another thing is we need to see how the AI is acting, see the AI's what the AI is doing, and we should also be able to monitor the broader actions and inspect the console logs. So this leads me to a project. So instead of using the general purpose agentic browsers, I can build a Sakai QA agent that is safe and is as powerful as the general purpose agentic browser. So the basic architecture is shown here. The user provides a test server URL and the test instructions. The AI agent interprets those instructions and converts them into the browser actions. The Playwright will launch a Chromium browser and perform the testing. You can see all these testing in real time. And during the execution, the system continuously monitors the JavaScript console. If an error is detected, the agent can immediately stop and report the error. As for the tech stack, it's relatively simple. The OpenAI API is for reasoning and instruction interpretation. The Playwright for broader automation, and the Fast API is for application backend. Next, I like to show a demonstration. So basically have the server URL and test steps. Yeah, it's very impressive. You can see the agent can interpret instructions, and this is a logging demo. So the agentic browsers and AI agents are really powerful. They provide exciting opportunities for QA automation. And thank you very much for your time. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Yi Chang. That was incredibly impressive. Does anybody have any questions for him? You're getting lots of applause. Looks like Dr. Chuck has a question in the chat. He asks if the playwright stuff is in Git.
Yeah, I it's in my GitHub, but it's a private repo because it has my OpenAPI key.
All right, any other questions? Yeah, it is awesome work. So thank you so much for
For
sharing
sharing
that
that
with
with
us.
us.
Ooh, echo. Dr. Chuck, did you want to chime in?
Yeah, here at the lake house, it's a quite a thing to get the TV to stop so I can talk. So Yi Ching, maybe you want to just make a copy where you have like a config file that you put your actual password in a file that doesn't is in git ignore, and then um, we all would copy that into the regular file, and then put our secret in with a README or something like that. It'd be fun to look at this. It was really impressive. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm really happy to share the project with everybody.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. And it looks like we're right on time for our schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording again, and we'll start back up again at 11:15 with a stack question type demo from Chris Sanguin at University of Edinburgh. So that's coming up in about 5 minutes.